What's up, y'all? This your boy Vdott Da Astronaut. I'm here to do a quick interview with y'all. I make hip hop music. I produce. I make beats. I rap over them. I be making the graphic designs, and I do the videos. I upload them on YouTube, iTunes, and everything like that. But I'm here to do a quick interview with y'all. Shout out to everybody rocking with Vdott Da Astronaut, DJ Vdott, and my whole camp. So I'm gonna start off with one of these questions. Why you always in the studio by yourself? Well, I'm always gonna be in the studio by myself. 9 times out of 10, you see me and you see the studio, I'm gonna be there by myself trying to take care of business, doing the best that I can, to maintain focus to achieve my highest level of creativity. So, I find it easier to do that when I'm, working by myself, because I can just hop on the drum machine, put a loop together, uh, plug it into the recorder and stuff, and come up with a melody or a hook. I drop my 16 on there, and then from there, I just can distribute it to people, and they tell me what they think, and I'm able to get back to the lab quicker on my own time to work on some of the things that they like to hear from me. So that's why you always mainly gonna see me in the studio by myself, or catch me kind of like not working with too many other people outside of the people who you may have saw me, creating things with, or still stay in tune with and things like that. But 9 times out of 10, Vdott Da Astronaut, you gonna catch me in the studio by myself, probably cooking up a verse of 16, a mixtape, an album, a small project, something like along the lines of a graphic design album cover, a cover art or something like that. But I'm always down to work with other people. You mainly see me do everything by myself. So, shout out to everybody doing their thing. We could always connect in some form to get me, on some of y'all projects, or have y'all on some of my things that I do. But 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna be me. You gonna always just see Vdott popping up doing it, and kicking it like how everybody used to seeing me do. So, you know, I'm always chilling, kicking back, and just relaxing. And sometimes I might want to take a little bit longer on some of my projects, or sometimes I might want to just come up with something real quick, a couple tracks that I just drop real quick in a row. And I got the free time and the space to do that. So to work with other people based off what I already do, it shouldn't be too hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? All they gotta do is plug in and create on top of what I got doing, or whatever I'm doing. I got stop what I'm doing to go help them, or whatever the case is, and whatever they cooking up with, they say, yo, Vdott, I need 16 on this, or Vdott, can you cook up the beat this way right fast so I could do what I want to do to it. And I'm be like, sure, that's no thing, that's no problem. I'm always working on my skills, so to speak. But yeah, I like being in the studio by myself. It's not, I don't got nothing against working with other artists. I just love the studio. I love being in there. I love working with all of the tools, and I know how to do all that stuff, so I don't need a whole bunch of people. So that's why I'm always in the studio by myself. Is the only place you go to shop is Marshall's? No, the only place that I don't go to shop is not Marshall's. I get my clothes from everywhere, all over the globe, all over the planet, all over the galaxy, from state to state. You can catch me rocking anything that I like. If I got a pocket full of money, and I'm out somewhere and I see some clothes and I say, ooh, I like this, ooh, I like that, and I got means to afford it. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to wear it. I'm going to throw it on. So if Marshalls is the only closest spot that I could go to, then hey, I'll pull up off in Marshalls, see what all they got in there that I like, and then whatever I could come up with some ideas too. Like, ooh, I like how this hat matched that shirt, or I like how couple they sweatpants and designer legs and things like that. However they look, I might piece something together right quick. But if I ain't got time to go real far to go shopping to like out there by the mall or like an outlet or do a whole bunch of online web surfing to get my newest gear, if Marshall's right there, I'm gonna walk up in there and pick me a few things out and I'm gonna leave. I'm not too heavy on where I caught my gear. Like uh Marshalls is a good store though to shop at. Um, there's plenty of other stores that I could get my gear from. Back in the day, I used to wear a lot of Armani Exchange, a lot of Nautica things, Lacoste things, Nike. You could probably see me wearing a whole bunch of Nike, like a Nike hat with a Nike vest, something like that, or just a brand new shirt with just a big check on there. I'm into different type of designs and styles, but you can find a lot of that stuff in Marshalls. You know, Sportswear and things like that. But I shop different places. I don't just go to Marshalls. Marshalls is a cool place. I think if y'all have never been to a Marshalls, y'all should visit a Marshall and don't leave there empty-handed. Like, try to buy an item or two, and things don't go right. I'm pretty sure they got a return policy where you can bring back some of your goods that you picked up from out there. But I know I don't just shop at Marshalls. I shop at anywhere I can get the brand newest astronaut style swag gear from. You know, so if Marshalls is that spot to go and find it, and I can't get nowhere else, or I just generally feel like going to Marshalls, then hey, Marshalls is the only spot that I'm going to work with. I don't want to go nowhere else but Marshalls. If I got to go 5 hours this way and 10 hours that way, Marshalls is right up the street, or somewhere where I could walk and it don't take me too long. I ain't got to go out of my way just to look fly, just to get fly right fast, then I'm headed over there real quick. So Marshalls works out fine for me. I don't know what all lays and styles of gear that y'all all be looking for within the whole videos thing and all that, but you know I stay fly, so it don't matter where I shop at. I'm always gonna make something look like, ooh, I like how you wearing that. I like how you doing that. So Marshalls is a good place to do that with. If only one movie could stay, what would it be between Matrix and Space Jam? Well, I'm gonna say Matrix. The Matrix got to stay. If anything gonna stay, it gotta be The Matrix, because that movie got karate in there. I like karate. I like the slow motion scenes. I like the whole storyline. I like I like the sunglasses they be wearing and stuff like that. Um, I like the Matrix. I like the Matrix. Space Jam ain't gotta you know go over the Matrix, but the Matrix gonna win. I'm gonna say the Matrix gonna win because I like karate, but outside of that, Space Jam, got the whole basketball thing with the cartoon characters and stuff like that. They slam dunk in the basketball. I like the monsters. I like the color themes that they use inside of the movie. Like I like how some of the monsters look green and purple and orange and stuff like that. And all of the cartoon effects, that they put on all the characters. I like that, but I'm gonna have to go with the Matrix. Like, I'm gonna really say the Matrix was a deep movie that really made you think. Like, they would sleep, then I guess they woke up in some type of like cyber world or something, where they had to defend themselves. They was out there, holding their own against a lot of the different difficulties that they had to face within the picture. You know, if they put me on the Matrix, I wanted to do some of the effects that they was doing, like when they was leaning back in slow motion and stuff. Like, I'm like, they should have put me in there doing that. You know. I like the trench coats that they had in the Matrix. I like the sunglasses. I like how all them guys had a bond with each other. Like, one guy communicate and tell the other guy what to do, and I think he had to choose like a pill, a red pill or a blue pill. You know, I don't know what pill I would have took. I guess the red pill was a upper, and the blue pill might have been like something like a downer or something like that. So like, I don't know, if I took the blue pill, I probably wouldn't have made it to the end of the movie or something like that. But if I took the red pill, I'd have probably, I'd have made it to part 2. I'd have made it to the sequel of the movie. I'd have made it to the Matrix part 2, because I'm an energy guy. I like smooth, relaxed beats, but I love having good energy. So if I took the red pill and it gave me all this energy, I'd have probably, made the Matrix part 3, 4, and 5, and all of those things like that. If they put them same pills on Space Jam, I'm pretty sure the monsters they probably would have won. The reason I say that is because the other team that was going against the monsters, they all was juiced up off the water, so they couldn't stop them guys out there. But if they had them pills out there, like they had in the Matrix, like, the movie would have been all around just way more deeper. It'll put you in a different mind frame. How many hats do I have? I have 1,017 hats. 1,1900 hats. And I got all of them duplicated to match the same hat. So, to answer your question, I got one hat, and I got it on right now. This is the only hat that I got. I hope y'all like it. I don't plan on getting no more hats. I plan on only keeping just this one. So, no, I got about probably like 5 or 6 good hats that I got. Probably more than that. I probably got 3 that I just don't even wear, unless I'm going to the store or something like that, or I'm out making some moves, and I just want to throw this hat on because I don't get a chance to wear it, or this hat matches like almost everything that I wear, or my other hat, just because I like to have a hat on most times. So when I'm stepping out, I'm gonna grab this one and throw him on and go do what I'm gonna do. So you got those 3 hats, and you got the other 5 hats. See, with my other 5 hats, those is my good hats. I don't like nobody touching them. I don't like nobody seeing where they about to be at when I go sit them down somewhere. I like to have them stuffed off to the side so can't nothing mess with them. Can't nothing touch them, only me. I'm the only person that's able to access these hats. So hat 1 is probably like a red hat with like a B on it or something. And see, I'm giving y'all too much information on my hats already. But I got like 4 other hats besides my 3 good hats. Now, I have had probably a collection of snap caps back in the day, and it probably was a large number. I would say close to about 35 hats. You know, I had like a Star Trek hat, a space, Star Wars hat. If you see me in that video that I got with, you know, y'all just gotta go see the video. I ain't gonna do too much promoting nothing else right now. I'm just gonna talk about the hats. But if you watch a couple of videos on my YouTube page, you'll see that I've had plenty of hats, and some of them I miss. I can't find them. I don't know where they at. I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get those hats. If I could find those particular same hats that I had, I would like to have my hats back. But I think I done got rid of them. I don't know where they at. I got to start my collection brand new, all new snap caps. So if y'all know a place where I can get a brand new snap cap, you know, hit me up, be like, yo, Vdott, you can get some snap caps from over here. But see, the thing is, I don't like for everybody to have my snap cap. When it comes to snap caps, I like, you know, people saying like, wow, where did he find that snap cap at? So I do a lot of hat searching on my own. And I like to buy them when I see them, because it's hard to come across some of the hats that catch my eyes. So when I be out, I'm like, dang, I need a good snap cap. I just don't know where they at. I pop up in the randomest place, and then I see the front of a hat, and I hurry up and try to grab it and turn it around, flip it on the back, and see like, is it a snap cap, or is it just buttons connecting this hat? Because it's two different situations between the buttons just connecting the hat and it being what I like to call a snap cap. You know, a good snap cap, it got to fit your head the right way. It got to make you think straight when you put it on. Have a girlfriend? No, I don't. I do not. I mean, I like chicks. I've had chicks. I had chicks that wanted to be my girlfriend and things like that. Had chicks who wouldn't mind probably, you know, saying, hey, I dated him, or whatever the case is, or that's my ex-boyfriend, or that is my boyfriend, or he used to date my sister or my cousin, or my aunt don't like him because he broke up with my sister and all of that stuff. But right now, I'm single. I'm good on, you know, a lot of extra activity within those realms. I don't have no girlfriend. I am a single guy just making music, just making beats, just recording raps, dropping heavy on the mixtapes, dropping heavy on the albums, dropping heavy on the iTunes, dropping heavy on the TikTok, dropping heavy on the Instagram, dropping heavy on Facebook. When you go to some of these platforms like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram, they do have my songs on there, and y'all should use them. So if you're going through it with your ex, use one of my songs. And if you getting involved with somebody new and y'all take some type of photograph together with one another, and they let y'all use music and stuff, use mine. Use my song. Use Vdott Da Astronaut. Go on there, type of Vdott Da Astronaut. See what songs I got, and I'm pretty sure I got the perfect melody or song that could fit whatever picture that you took, or whatever situation you in, or just whatever mood that you are in. I'm always gonna have some type of record to fit that genre or style. So, you know, I don't got no girlfriend. Much love to all the chicks. Y'all need to, you know, kind of like go on some of these platforms and like my pictures and leave me comments and leave me hearts. And tell me how much you guys like me and love me because of my situation. I don't have nobody to talk to in the format of a girlfriend. I don't have nobody staying on the phone up with me all night, and like I don't have like, you know, a whole bunch of stuff going on besides just me, you know, spitting them rhymes that everybody would like to see from me. What were you for last Halloween? What I was for last Halloween, I don't remember. I really don't remember. If I'm going to just make something up and tell you something, I was a ghost. I was a very creepy, scary ghost. And I was the ghost from Christmas. I was the ghost who didn't get no presents. I was the ghost that came back from whatever happened to me, and my main objective and goal was to take over the rap game, to take over the hip hop game. You know, a lot of guys in the music industry, or you know, like the radio industry, or you know, a lot of hip hop and rap, they play on the radio, or guys signed to like record labels and major distribution deals and stuff like that. They don't really know of me. They don't really know much about me. I'm Vdott Da Astronaut. They don't know who that is. But, you know, I'm a ghost that came back from whatever happened to Vdott, and now I've returned to take over all hip hop, all rap, with all new flows, all melodies, all styles, and, you know, consistent creativity. So, you know, a lot of my folks don't really celebrate Halloween. I'm not too picky when it comes to, you know, chipping in and doing things to you know, satisfy, you know, everybody when they doing whatever they doing and stuff. So it was like, hey, I'm around a crowd that's celebrating Halloween, I celebrate too. I'm around my folks and they talking about we ain't really doing Halloween, then I ain't gonna do Halloween. But for next year's Halloween, I should be that same creepy ghost that came back and kept trying to take over the hip hop game and the rap game. And then when I finally do take over the hip hop and the rap game, I'm still gonna be a ghost because y'all ain't gonna see me no more. I'm gonna have money. I'm gonna be too busy for y'all to get in touch with me. And y'all gonna be like, where did he go? And then I'm gonna have to pop back on y'all next Halloween and say, here I am, y'all. I finally got some cash. So every Halloween, I should just be the same thing. If I'm gonna be the astronaut, which I already am, Vdott Da Astronaut. If I'm gonna be him, I'm gonna be his ghost, or his ghost buddy friend, who comes back to make sure that if he never took over the hip hop or rap game when he was trying to do that, that he does come back and actually do that. But if y'all see me and I get rich, I might ghost. I might go ghost. I might disappear. I might go, you know, travel the world with my newfound cash and ghost things up. When you made the music video to your song Michigan, why wasn't you standing in front of the microphone? Nobody got time to stand in front of the microphone. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to handle other business. I'm out here trying to, you know, buy new wristwatches and things like that. But it's like, no, I wasn't standing in front of the microphone because that was an idea that my folks kind of balanced with me. They was saying, yo, I think it'd be hot if you did a video like how everybody else kind of got their videos right now, with the whole microphone thing hanging from, you know, out of nowhere. So you know, I'm like, no, at first I'm like, no, I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to jock nobody's style or bite nobody what everybody else was doing. But then I gave it some time and thought and said, man, that's a pretty dope idea. I should use that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I went back in the lab, chose me one of them videos to work on, listened to my whole tape, said, hey man, I need a new music video and I don't really know what to do. I said, I'm gonna use that idea. I'm gonna go ahead and use that microphone hanging out of nowhere idea, and I'm gonna see what I come up with it. So out of all the songs that I listened to, I think Michigan was probably the best one. So when I started kind of like putting the video together for Michigan, after listening to the lyrics and some of the beat drops and hearing like some of the parts where I needed to probably like have like just certain video effects on, just so people could kind of get my vision on why I like Michigan or why I made Michigan sound the way I made it sound. I'm like, yo, I should do a clip where I'm standing in front of the microphone, but then you just see the microphone hanging by itself and you don't even see me, because it'll just show like it'll just show you like where my mind was at when I was making that song. Like, ew, I'm spitting so many bars at a rapid pace, and my pace is kind of balanced on the song. I think I'll be like steady applying the pressure. The level we reach, they cannot measure. So that's kind of like how I was pacing myself through the lyrics. So I'm like, I think if I push like that frame of me not standing in front of the mic, but kind of got the mic with me in front of the microphone all through the video, and I just dropped that frame in there like that, I think that'll combine into something, you know, real hot. So, you know, when I put Michigan out, it was a scene or two of me not standing exactly in front of the microphone. And that's funny because that's my almost favorite part of the whole video, is me not standing in front of the microphone. Cause like, I know a lot of artists has been kind of like doing that, like standing in front of the microphone or spitting freestyles with the mic and like just switching it up. But I'm like, I'm always trying to be different and stuff like that. So it was just kind of like one of them inside jokes. Like, I'm not even standing in front of the microphone. With your first rapper check, what you gonna do with it? With my first rapper check, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna buy a spaceship. I'm gonna buy a spaceship with my first rap check. You know, I don't know how much it costs, but I'm gonna buy me one. I'm gonna get me one, and then I'm gonna get me a helmet. So when I'm traveling within my ship, I could bump my new songs as loud as humanly possible, and my helmet would just make sure that I'm straight to get back in the studio and work on new records. You know what I'm saying? If I can't afford a spaceship with my first rap check, I'm probably gonna go buy some clothes or go out to eat to like a buffet, or I don't know. I should probably order some crabs or some shrimp or some seafood or something like that, or some fried chicken, or, you know, fried chicken wings, or some French fries or something. You know, outside of buying my folks a crib and vehicles and things, my first rap check, if we talking about what I'm gonna do for somebody else, I'm gonna make sure they good. We talking about what I'm gonna do with my money, I'm gonna get something to eat. That's what I'm gonna do with my first rap check. I'm gonna go buy some shrimp, some daggone chicken, cheese steaks, French fries, pizza, hamburgers, uh, honey buns, juice, everything I can get my hands on. Then I'm gonna buy some equipment. I'm gonna upgrade my equipment to the highest maximum level of recording audio software that you could possibly find. And then I'm gonna find me a nice video camera for somebody like me who can operate it very easily. I don't need a big team of fellas to follow me around and help me use this. Whatever's the highest maximum amount of money I can pay to get this piece of equipment with my rap check, then I'll cover the balance with it, and I add it on to my accessories that I have, and from there I daggone, you know, I invest in ways to make more money. I would probably like buy a mic, a camera, and a Bluetooth speaker and just walk around with it. And I don't know, probably some Beat headphones or something. What else should I buy? I don't know what else I should buy. Probably like 4 cell phones. I know that sounds funny to have 4 cell phones, but when you doing the type of stuff that I like to do, like recording songs and making beats and doing videos and graphics, you probably need about 10 cell phones or 20 cell phones, 15 cell phones, 20 cell phones, 75 cell phones. You need a bunch of computers and computer-based technologies to kind of like make your job simpler to do. So my first cell phone would be to call people. The second one would be to make sure nobody calls me. The third one is going to be like my computer phone. Whatever I do, I'm always tuned in to my new views on YouTube or how well my mixtape just did. And my fourth cell phone is like to call people, to do things to people. Like, you always need a phone for that. So if I need something to happen when I got a phone, or all I gotta do is just pick it up and I say, hey man, get this guy out here, man. I ain't feeling this dude. Say no. But no, my fourth cell phone would be music based too. I would use it to do something to get my music to the next level. What size shoe do you wear? Well, that's a good question. Right now, I don't know. I wear a size 15. I think I need a 16. I think I need a 17. I don't know, because right now, I'm rocking me some 15s. You know, I just recently upgraded from a size 12. When I was younger, I had a size 10. Out of nowhere, I started wearing like 11 and a half, and I didn't even know. So I'm like, I needed some new kicks. I'm like, man, I need some new kicks. So I went to the store, bought some kicks, tried on them size 11s. I'm like, nah, man, I can't fit these. Let's go with 11 and a half. I threw the 11 and a half on. A week later, I'm right back at the store crying, talking about, man, I need a 12 and a half. These ain't gonna fit. So I've been rocking out with, whatever shoes I've been most familiar with, which has been like 12 and a half. And, I ain't had much time to do a whole lot of extraordinary shopping. So every time I just pick up a new item, like a shirt or a pair of sneaks, I just go with the same size. I just rock out with what I've been wearing. So I'm always quick to just pick up 12 and a half. But these days, I've been working on, my swag a little bit here and there. And I'm like, man, I think instead of them 12 and a halves, if I'm going to go golfing or something, I should wear like a 13. Or if I'm going to be going out playing football, I need to wear a 14. So now I know how I switch it up. So right now, I'm just chilling. And I'm like, if I'm just chilling, like maybe I need a size 14. But right now, I'm working with the 15. And I'm thinking about, trying to upgrade it to a 16, 17, 18. Maybe if they even got a size 20, I need to try to see what a size 20 feel like, what it look like, how it is to have a size 20 to work with, and see what size shoe that I actually think would be my size fit. Right now, I would tell you 16. That's crazy because I like the number 16, but I got a 15 on right now. When you in the studio, can you bring girls there? Uh, can I bring girls to the studio? No, I cannot bring no chicks to the studio, y'all. Studio is for me to take care of business and to have fun and to record a lot of my creative melodies and ideas and, get the job done. Then I can leave and go have fun. But I cannot be bringing no chicks around my studio. I don't want them slapping over my mic, crashing into my keyboard and my desktops and, you know, putting a nail polish and stuff on my keyboard and CD burners and stuff like that, taking pictures with my phone and a lot of horse playing around. Like I don't want all of that going on. I done went hard to, put myself in a position to where I'm able to, create these things I be creating, like my mixtapes and my videos and my singles and my CDs and stuff like that. So I don't like a lot of stuff going on when I'm trying to do that. So I ain't gonna bring no extra company through. Who did that tattoo on your neck? Who did the tattoo on my neck is right here. I don't know if you can see it. I got this done up north, up in Philadelphia. Right now I'm in Union, South Carolina. I forgot the guy's name, but I can't even remember the name of the parlor, but it's right there on like I think if you go up north, it's up 63rd Market, 63rd Market Street. Went there. I rode my Uncle James bike to go to the store for him and come right back. And instead of bringing his stuff right back, I'm like, man, I got a couple dollars in my pocket. Man, I got my tattoo done up north. Right now I'm in Union, South Carolina, having plenty of fun. When I was up north in Philadelphia, West Philadelphia, that's where I got my neck tattoo done at. I'll show it to y'all. I took my uncle bike. I was supposed to go to the store and come right back, but I had a couple dollars in my pocket, and I'm like, man, I might as well go get this neck tattoo, man, cause I'm into some crazy stuff right now. Like I don't know what could go down. Let me go and get inked up, cause I had always was trying to see what I looked like with some ink on me. So I went ahead and did that. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the tattoo artist's name, but he was a pretty cool dude, man. He was real laid back, real chill. He was like, "What all you trying to get?" Like I showed him my design. He was like, what you trying to do with this design? Where you want me to ink you at? I'm like, man, I'm gonna throw this slap it on me right there. He was like, all right, man, I ain't got no problem with that. This is how much it's gonna cost. Can you cover that? I'm like, yeah, man, ain't no big deal. I got you. I'm like, kind of like, nudging him, trying to tell him like, yo, I got my uncle bike outside. I gotta get back up to the crib before they get to tripping and going in. Like, I'm trying to get this neck tat right quick, like 15, 30 minutes, or maybe like take an hour. Like, I can't spend all day on this. I got to hurry up and go. So he's like, man, I got you. This ain't gonna take no time. So towards the end, I kind of like bumped him a little bit more. Like, hey, man, like if you could do what you could do, man, and send me back to where I gotta go. Like hook a brother up, man. I'm in a rush. So he's like, man, I ain't gonna mess you up. I got skills like that. So when he was done with the tattoo, I checked it out. I said, this joker go hard. You know what I'm saying? But I don't remember the tattoo name, but he over there on 63rd and Market Street out there in West Philadelphia. If you're looking to get some ink, man, holla at y'all folks. Make sure everything's straight. Everybody get y'all to go. You old enough to do what you want, whatever the case is. You looking for a new tattoo, like try to go to a parlor, go to a shop. Just try to do everything the right way. That's what I did. I ain't get this done in my homeboy crib. I went to the shop and I did things the right way. And my folks just told me my shirt on backwards, man. I didn't know that. When I seen the shirt, I'm like, man, this design look hard. Like, I want everybody to see this design. Might as well finish the interview with my shirt backwards. When you get spaghetti with green stuff on it, what do you think it is? Money. I think when I get spaghetti and there's green stuff on there, it's just pieces of money that people put in a blender and chopped up on like some type of chopping block or something like that, and sprinkled a little bit of money, especially if it's my spaghetti. You talking about feeding me, the likes of myself, Vdott Da Astronaut, and I see green stuff on my bowl of spaghetti or my plate of spaghetti or whatever form and fashion that I got my spaghetti, I might have it in the cup, and I see sprinkles of green stuff on there. I'm like, oh, that's some money. Somebody was nice enough to give me some money in the form of spaghetti. So every time I see green stuff, I just think that's cash on there, man. That can't be nothing but a whole bunch of pieces of cash just broken up individually in the little pieces of money, and they feed me with it. So by the time I wrap it up on my spoon, or I twirl it around with a fork or something, and I poke through it, I say, oh yeah, I see George Washington in there, you know. I see I'm eating money. Like, what better meal to have than a money meal? A plate of money spaghetti. Like, we're gonna eat spaghetti, it's probably a money spaghetti. So if I combine spaghetti with money, what do I call that? Money? Money spaghetti or something like that. Money Medi. It's a bowl of Medi. Medi. All I got is Medi on my bowl. I see green stuff in my spaghetti is Medi, because there's money sprinkled all over my spaghetti. And you got the meatball, the ground beef, and the pieces of the Medi on there. The pieces of the big chunks of Medi. I got big chunks of Medi on my spaghetti bowl. If it ain't Medi, is money spaghetti. You know, money spaghetti with meatball, money spaghetti with ground beef. Might throw some asparagus or something on the side, some green beans, something. But it's a bowl of money mixed with some spaghetti, and there's a bowl of spaghetti with some money on top of it. How many push-ups can you do? 55. I could do 55 push-ups in a row. Every time I do a push-up, that's 1. When I get back up, that's 2. I do 3 more push-ups, that's 5. I do 5 more, that's 10. I double up to 10, that's 20 push-ups I just did. I do all of that one more time, that's 20 times 2. What's that? 40? That's 40 push-ups. I throw another 10 on top and I'm done. Give me 5 more push-ups and I'm through. So that's 55 altogether. 55 push-ups. I don't know how many sit-ups I can do. I could probably do like 75. But you talking about push-ups, I could do about 55 of them things. I know I could do 10 with no problem. It ain't gonna take me, too much time to do 10 push-ups. 1, 2, push-up game. But after a certain while of doing push-ups, I probably, get tired like everybody else. And plus, I got to make it back to the studio. I got to hook up and plug up microphones and equipment and headphones and record audio. So I can't spend all day working out doing push-ups. I got to have some time to come up with some rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I do enough push-ups when I got to pick up the microphone to put the rap game on my back. So I ain't really good with push-ups. I probably do like 100 push-ups for real. But I ain't gonna push myself to that maximum. I exercise in different ways. I exercise my mind. You know, I get my exercise on. I'm a pretty fit guy, but push-ups, we just gonna say I can do about maybe 20. I do about 20 push-ups, then I'm done. I'm headed back to the studio to record. You know, trying to go shop around, find a new Snapcat, some merchandise. I might see a wristwatch I want, grab me a wristwatch, and you know, I can't break all my wristwatches doing push-ups and chin-ups. I got the daggone stay fly. I like staying fly. So if I'm gonna do a push-up, I'm gonna do about one. This Vdott, y'all. This Vdott Da Astronaut. I'm out of here.